Now, the Queen's Jubilee in London, marking her 70 years on the throne. As we've been saying, it's day 2. The royal family just left St. Paul's Cathedral. I want to go back to Amy and TJ, who are right there.
Just like that.
We are right here and right on cue. George, you have never hit a cue in your professional broadcasting career the way you just hit it, because as soon as you tossed us, this bell started. We're hearing Great Hall. This is the largest bell, largest church bell in all of the country, and it's going off right now in honor. This is really to honor the Queen. I would say just stand by and it's going to stop, but it's going to go for 4 hours.
4 hours. And by the way, there's 24 volunteers hand-ringing these bells. So there's quite a lot of work involved in all of the pageantry. That's the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, just leaving St. Paul's Cathedral right now. That's why you're hearing a lot of reaction from the crowd. I would call it a mixed reaction. But we... Okay, they're booing. All right, I was trying to be diplomatic.
Oh, no, that's a boo.
All right, we have our royal contributors here with us, Robert Jobson and Obed Scobie. Thank you so much for being with us. And first of all, the big news here is that the Queen was expected to be here at this service of Thanksgiving. We heard that she is in some discomfort. What does that exactly mean?
I mean, I think she did an awful lot yesterday. We saw what she did. She got great adulation when she came out on the balcony. She then lit the beacon, and perhaps that was a little bit too much, and she decided that really there was an entrance here at the side she was going to come in. She couldn't have gone up those steps. So really I think it was a sort of diplomatic way of staying at home and watching it on the telly.
And we were told she is going to be watching. She did watch the service today,
she's
so
definitely
certainly hope she's feeling better. And we talked about here as well, you just said it, there's one member of the family that isn't here, and the family didn't really want him here necessarily, but COVID. Prince Andrew is not here today. What's the significance of that?
Well, you know, in the days leading up to this, the question was what to do with a problem like Andrew, and it seems like that's taken care of itself. Of course, we had the news that he tested COVID positive. I think a lot of people out there are questioning the validity of that. Of course, it's very convenient, but of course we know that the Queen was at least shielded. She's fine, and that's the most important thing.
But he did test positive, they said, so he must have a certificate.
Do you think that people will demand to see that certificate?
I don't think they're going to get to see it.
All right, let's talk about Harry and Meghan. We also saw them arrive. They actually had a really pleasant reception as they came down the steps as they left St. Paul's Cathedral. We heard that their daughter, who turns 1 this weekend, Lilibet, met the Queen. Do we know who else they're going to be with this weekend celebrating? William and Kate, will they be hanging out with family?
For Harry and Meghan, I think they had two priorities on this trip: to celebrate and honor the life and legacy of the Queen, and also introduce her to their granddaughter. And yesterday, after Trooping the Colour, would have been the first opportunity for that. They both headed back to Windsor, and of course there'll be a number of private moments. And of course, we're all watching to see how they're getting on with the other family members. No news yet on meeting the other family members.
The cousins.
Exactly, the cousins. But there are still...
They won't. Oh, Robert says they won't.
Not a chance, not a prayer.
He's betting early on it, but I'd say there are still opportunities over the days ahead.
Always
I think everyone's really put any difficulties to one side to really make sure that all attention remains focused on the Queen, and that the environment that they're all in is really positive.
Now, they had one job to do, was to introduce Lilibet to the Queen. That's done. There's no way they're playing with the cousins.
Oh, my goodness. Well, all right. You know what? We talk about the family dynamics. We talk about how much the celebration has been. But this service was really supposed to be more of a solemn and a way to honor the Queen and her lifetime of service.
Well, earlier in the week, I was speaking to people in the palace, and they're absolutely saying that the Queen was going to do her damnedest to be here. And obviously, she's tweaked something. She's not feeling 100%. And I think that's really, we've seen a great show yesterday, didn't we? With her coming on the balcony and the reaction that she got. I don't think we're going to see much more of her after this.
That was my next question, because obviously we have 2 more days of celebration, the big concert, the Platinum Party at the Palace, as they're calling it, with acts from Elton John to Diana Ross. Do you think the Queen may in some way be able to show her face or be present at any of these larger events?
I think we've reached a point now where the Queen's clearly pacing herself. We're building up to potentially a final moment at the end of the Jubilee. And, you know, look, the party at the Palace is going to be a rowdy event. The people out here are very excited excited, the energy's very high. It's going to be loud, so I think it's going to be one that we all expect her to sit out and hopefully have enough energy for after the pageant on the final day.
Speaking of loud,
I think she's going to be in Windsor. It's going to have to be very loud to be heard in Windsor. That's what I think she'll be.
well, I was just saying, speaking of loud, impressive, you two. We actually conducted a full interview that we all heard in the middle of this incredible sound of the bells ringing at St. Paul's Cathedral. So Omid and Robert, thank you as always. We appreciate it.
Pleasure.
We'll send it back to you again, George. Great timing. Perfect
You
timing
guys
on
did
that
a
cue.
great job. We'll have a lot more from London coming up.